the Washington Commanders. On the Giants sideline, a look at their head coach. His guys caught in the mushy middle of the NFL after 4 weeks, sitting at 2-2. Along the opposing sideline, the head coach of the Commanders. These guys mired in a losing streak, hoping a trip home is going to help them snap out of it. Kate Scott, Brock Heward up here in the booth with you. It's going to be Cade York to get us started. And we're off and running from Northwest Stadium. Here comes Williams on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
A bit of an uneventful outing individually last week, Kate. A touchdown and a pick for him, but the lasting memory, well, there's no question about it. Walking off that field with the loss, that stings. No doubt he feels he could have done more to prevent that result, so expect to see a motivated individual taking snaps here this week.
Opening carry for Devon Achane. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's second down. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago.
Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
First down carry got him 9 yards. Here comes 2nd and 1. And stick with Achane. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. They've got first down here from the 36.
Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 36.
Staying on the ground here with Achane. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Getting the fullback involved here. We'll cobble together a yard there. Dexter Lawrence on the tackle.
You know, when you're a defender and you see them give that quick little take to the fullback, you just have to stop him before he gets started. They piled on him and held him to minimal yardage.
Throwing on third, McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. Opening drive, about to break into field goal range. We got first and 10 at the 44. Running with Achane here out of the gun. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Here we go. Cowboys.
Second down carry for Achane. He's going to have this one down to the 28. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Commanders a first down.
Danger, Case. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
They've worked it downfield very well to begin the drive. It's first and 10 at the 28.
Come on. Set.
This is Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, in it for the first time. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Drew Phillips making the tackle.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
It's Achane on the inside give. Stopped after a gain of 2. That's going to bring up third down.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Third down run from White. And this is going to go in the wrong direction. He loses just about the amount of yards they needed to get there. It's going to be fourth down. Blake Groupie on to attempt the field goal. This from 40 on the right hash. Groupie sends it through. And they get 3 on their first series. Hope to build on that in the drives ahead.
All in all, Kate, I'm going to call that a good start. Offense established himself, moved the ball, and the kicker able to give him a lead.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants out and getting set for their first drive. And they'll be brought out by the 2025 first rounder out of Ole Miss. Here's Jackson Dart.
And you wonder, as he's about to take his first snap today, yeah, he took care of the football last week, Kate. That was great, no interceptions. But just the one touchdown. Be curious if he cranks up that aggressive knob today.
Dart starting with a pass here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
First couple snaps, first drive of a game, it's all about who can land that opening punch. Gain that first advantage in a game-long back and forth. Well, that opening punch was a solid cross, maybe even an uppercut that caught him right on the job and sets an immediate tone for this defense.
From the gun, here's Dart. Looking slant route, complete. Not a lot of room for him. He makes it to the 34. That tackle made by Tremaine Edmonds. 5 DBs out there for the Commanders on third. To the air on third and long. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. That play good for 17 and a first down.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. First down.
19 Tiger.
They'll go play action. Here's Dart. Completed over the middle. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commanders territory. We're going to look here at the receiving numbers for him from last week.
3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Commanders' 45-yard line.
Second down now, 7 to go. Dart going to throw again. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson. So it'll be third down. Well, they connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Third down now. Here's Dart. He finds Neighbors right side. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. They get 19 on that pickup. And it's good for a New York first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Moving the ball very well out of the gate here. It's set up now at the 26.
Here we go.
On 1st and 10, here's Dart. That one connects. And he will take this across. Touchdown, New York. The Giants finish off their opening drive. You're good on the point after. And the Giants won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. On now is York to kick this one away. Harvey now to return it. Things going well so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. Back out run the Commanders for their second drive of the game. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
And they'll pitch it out to him. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And that's good for a Washington 1st down.
At the 26-yard line.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. That's McLaurin on the quick slant. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the
McCarthy operating from the pistol. He gets it right back to McLaurin. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 1 quarter down for these two NFC East teams. 7-3 is our score. We're back to Northwest Stadium right after this. Commanders ball as we get back for the 2nd, and they're thinking points. McCarthy to throw it. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
incomplete.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
3rd down run from Achane. And he's going to be stopped well shy of that 1st down marker. Call it a yard. That means 4th down coming up.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Blake Grupe on to attempt a field goal. A very short kick here from the right hash. Grupe sends it through. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
What a season this guy has had. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. 2-2 Atwell now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Giants taking the field for their 2nd possession. And they sure looks clean throwing that football the last drive, didn't they? And that's something we've seen from them early in games throughout this season, Brock.
Sure has been part of their game plan. Get that passing game going early, pick up some mo while both teams get established. Most weeks, well, we've seen it pay some pretty good dividends for them, too.
And it looks like they're giving about 2 on the opening play of this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. On a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Dart now against the blitz. That's going to be incomplete. First time he's looked his back's way this game, but no results yet. No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47. A give to Tracy up the middle. He dodged the tackle. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. A draw now. This is Tracy. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. He gets 16 yards on that play. And the Giants are going to have the 1st down.
Giants 1st down. A gain of 16 yards. 1st down.
Looking inside the red zone. Dropping the Commander's rush brings him down. It's a sack on 1st down. We'll see if it changes the play they go with now on 2nd.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
12 to go now on 2nd down after the sack. Darts out of the shotgun. Catch made, Tyrone Tracy. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Play number 8 of this drive, and it's 8 that they need here on third down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up third and 8.
He'll air it out on third. Making the call himself. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got first and goal.
A gain of 10.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
Tracy on first and goal. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Here we go, Sack.
Again, it's Tracy. And he blows through the defense for a touchdown. The Giants grow the lead to 7. Those defensive coaches got to be hot, Brock. That was a touchdown that shouldn't have happened. That tackle should have ended it.
You try bringing down one of these NFL running backs in this case.
Okay, touche, partner.
They see that goal line. They smell that goal line. It is no sure thing to try to bring down one of those forces before they find pay dirt.
On now is York to kick this one away. Here comes Williams on the return. This makes it up to the 25.
Takes over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Commanders to the line now, Brock. Here comes first and 10.
Go!
They'll start the drive with Achan. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9.
Brings up second and 9
Here we go.
at the 26-yard line.
Pat the 60.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. An all-around tough play for him. Took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
McCarthy throwing on third down. This is hauled in by Samuel. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him.
That's good for a Washington first down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First and 10. It's McCarthy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done.
So after the sack, quite the situation they find themselves in. Here comes second and 22.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
McCarthy looking to throw. Here's a screen for Achan. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core, football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
So a tough spot now. This is third and 9. They'll throw, third and long. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. First time this game they've looked to him. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Commanders ready for the punt. Only punted once in last week's loss, and he gets this one away. And this punt works out. It's going to cross the 20, be touchdown at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out. Let's start on the ground here. Tracy. And this play reaches the 35 before it comes to an end. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
19 yards. And the Giants first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Just 2 minutes to play here in our opening half. More coming up from Northwest Stadium. Stick around. All set to go now from the 35. On first down, here's Dart. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Following the incompletion, we stay at the 35. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Dart. Has him on the quick hitter. All right, short of the marker for the moment, but they've got 3rd and short coming up from their own 44.
A 9-yard gain on the play.
Offense headed to the line. Just need to punch it forward a yard to reset the downs. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Can't convert on 3rd. That's to the ground and incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
All right, here comes Jeremy Crawshaw for the punt. It's 4th down. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped.
15-yard line.
First look, a little pistol formation as they come to the line. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. Space past the 35. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. This one's going to hit the ground. Incomplete. Looking for his running back there. Going to send him back to the drawing board now for 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Still at the 40 here. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Finds a man. Mason Taylor has it. Ooh, and the stop made awfully close to the marker and in midfield. It's going to be 3rd and short now from the 49. Another throw here for McCarthy. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, McCarthy to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line.
That's another Washington.
And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Looking to throw. McCarthy. Finds the in route complete. Not a lot of space. Maybe to the 33. Michael McFadden able to make the play.
It's a gain of 4.
Nice drive here. It's up to 8 plays as they get set for 3rd and 6. Throw here. 3rd down. Hits him on the in route. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And they spike the ball to stop the clock. Second and 10. Need something positive here.
Here we go, set.
McCarthy throwing here. Brought in close to the 8. And they're going to have first and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
That's good for a
Final
Washington
timeout taken by the
first
Commanders.
down.
And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Stephanie. Come on. Viking, 8-6, take over.
Throwing again now, McCarthy. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Ooh, sure looked like they were sitting on that slant, weren't they, Brock? If a route was going to beat them, it was not going to be that one.
Yeah, we see this route all the time, really at every level of football, because as a receiver, you just want to get inside that defender, and when you do, you hope to find that connection, but the contact knocked that sucker away.
Back to the air, McCarthy. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. And they're going to get up to it and spike it. That's going to stop the clock. So close to the end zone, but with time winding down, they're going to try for the field goal. This is a chip shot from the left hash. Groupie sends it through, and that gets them back within 5.
Kate, if you're not going to pay a methodical drive off with a touchdown, that's the second best thing you can do. You could take all the time down, the points on the board, maybe a little momentum in heading into halftime.
Time left for maybe a return plus a play here as they send this away. He's got the squiver. And the tackle's made as he gets it out to the 32.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the play that takes us to halftime. One final shot before the half. And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our first half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. Atwell now to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. First and 10. Begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
A loss of 4 yards. It's second down.
Darts out of the shotgun. Throwing the out route complete. And they don't get any help on their second down, Brock. He is out right along the line, so no gain. It's a nickel look from the Commanders. Third down. Here he goes, third and long. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
Kid, I'm just kind of laughing because I could feel the armchair quarterbacks going, I can make that throw. And anybody who's actually made those throws says you have no idea what it feels like with everybody breathing down your neck. That play's got to be right, timed up right, and it certainly wasn't.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
Over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
Commanders starting out in a good spot here as they get set. 1st and 10. Here's A-Chan up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
As a corner in this league, well, you can go to the Pro Bowl if you can cover. If you want to be an all-pro, you stick someone like that.
At the 46-yard line.
Now it's McCarthy. Finds his back. A-Chan. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
Gain of 12 yards.
To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
Up the middle. Here goes White. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This kid's down inside the 35-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
A-Chan, a 1st down carry. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop him behind the line. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
And they take him down just as he gets inside that red zone. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Commanders a 1st down.
Having been in enough locker rooms at halftime, Kate, I know what the messaging was in there. Start the game out by sending a message. Doesn't matter you're trailing, run right at them and go make a point.
Well, a lot of effort there, partner, but no results. You fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he takes this one down to the 10 before hitting that sideline.
Well, you don't get the 1st down, but I'll tell you this, Kate, that drives the defense and the defensive coordinator nuts. They do everything right. They win, and yet still QB makes something out of nothing.
Here comes play number 8 of the drive, 3rd and 1. Oh, and they're going to have their fullback trying power for it. They sent him right up the gut, but he wasn't able to get anywhere. The defense braced for impact, and they made the stop. It's 4th down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the field goal team stays sidelined. They're going to go for this. Trying for it, it's A-Chan. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
That's simply a bet being made that not only is your call or scheme better, but that your players just want it more than the big fellas on defense do. And clearly on that one, they did.
1st down, and they go right back to it. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
They pitch it to A-Chan, and he's going to take it in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders grab the lead on their first series of the half. Devon A-Chan with the touchdown. Here's McCarthy leading them to the line. They're going for 2.
The Commanders will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down to the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. Well, no harm in going for it there, Brock. Wanted to make it a field goal game, but their advantage instead stays at 1.
Yeah, that data book tells you it's the right call to make because we're here in the second half. Leading by 2 instead of just 1 doesn't make much of a difference either way. You still now trail with an opposing field goal, and that's what they've got to defend against right now.
At their own 20-yard line.
New York to the line. 1st and 10. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this is going to come to an end right at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On play action with Dart. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And now they face 2nd down. Dart's gonna tuck it and run. Escapes the defender. And they're gonna have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Giants are gonna have the 1st down.
First down. A gain of 12. First down.
Staying between the tackles with Tracy. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
They go right back to Tracy. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. Following the play, we have an injured commander. The training staff out there to check on him as we pause.
Here we go, set.
Putting a receiver in motion. Throwing on 1st down. It's Dart. Rolling out to his left. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
Kate, if you've heard me say it once, you've heard me say it 100 times. Completions, completions, completions. Well, that wasn't a pass. It was a scramble. But then that's the same thing, keeping this offense on schedule.
Out of the gun this time. Here's Dart. There's pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Well done by the Commanders' defense. It's the 5th time they've gotten there for a sack in this one, Brock. And they're going to try for number 6 on 3rd down.
3rd and long.
Putting the tight end in motion. 3rd down now. Here's Dart. This is hauled in by Atwell. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And it's good for a New York 1st down.
That's another Giants.
So we're through 3 here. It's Giants football. They're on a mission here. They trail entering the 4th. First and 10 from the 32. On the handoff, this is Tracy. And that carry only nets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
It's Tracy on 2nd down. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Third and long for him here. This throw is going to wind up incomplete. The intended target is running back, and the results, 4th down coming up.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know you've got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Kicked well, and this is good! And they take the lead in the 4th quarter.
Well, I tell you what, you get to this time of the game, you've got to have that reliable kicker on the sideline to turn things over to. That's the definition of clutch right there as they take the lead.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone. But the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now it's second down.
This wide receiver run game, what it really does, Kate, is it tests the soundness of your defense. How assignment sound are you? Well, that was an excellent example of this defense doing its work on the practice field and, more importantly, put into execution on the game field.
And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
And a Washington first down.
Let's go.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Let's go.
With the shotgun, they'll give it to Achane. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
One thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
At the 47-yard line.
Go. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Second down carry for Achane. They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
A gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. This finds its target. That's Taylor. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. A tight end that moves the chains on 3rd down, that's a QB's best friend.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
It's Achane on the inside give. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Washington first down.
Another Washington Commanders first down. First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Ready? Set. Hut.
Frosty Merritt straight ahead. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I know these D-ends love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Hut, hut.
Was it tossed to White? He finds a little opening, but not much. Picked up about 4 on 2nd down.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Play number 9 of the drive. This is going to be 3rd and 5 to go.
Ready? Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Ready?
McCarthy going to keep it himself. They give him 5 on the play. And that leaves him facing 4th down.
You know, gains that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
Down a score. They're going to go for this on 4th down. He's keeping it. He's going for it. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal. Now, they've certainly got the field goal in their back pocket, but they're going to try for the touchdown first here and goal to go. White on 1st and goal. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Commanders take a 4th quarter lead. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Here's Groupie on now to handle the kickoff. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. So here come the Giants, ready to take over again on offense. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just serves it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set, and it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Pass is caught. It's T.J. Hawkinson. And there's not going to be a score, but great effort. He's out of bounds inside the 10. Gotta think this is four-down territory, Brock, as they come up here first and goal. Working inside the red zone. And he will score. Touchdown, New York. The Giants take a fourth quarter lead. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him
And the pressure's there. He goes down. The sack denies them the two-point conversion. Well, you told me this before, Brock. That decision, all about the math right there. Two-point lead doesn't do them much good. They wanted the field goal difference, but instead, lead stays at 1.
Yeah, it's about math and it's about time because we're in the final frame of this game. As we go to overtime, and I don't think you and I would mind that too much. Now it's all about getting a stop here, and their defense has no margin for error. Got to keep them out of field goal range now.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Ready! 70 Lions!
They'll start the drive with Achane. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know you can set the table for more.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 1 yard gain.
He fit the 2-minute warning here in Landover. Commanders trail by just 1. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
Giving this to Kronsky-Merritt. They're backed up. Not a stop they could afford, Brock, as this one loses yards. Following the play, we do have an injured man in need of some assistance, and that's the burner, Devon Achane, who's in some pain. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Here he is to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one doesn't go far. The Commanders in the hurry-up. They're hustling for the line.
A 4-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Desperation time here on 4th. On the move, headed right. McCarthy hit, he lost the football. And it's picked out by the Giants. Well, they can't add anything after that recovery, partner, but they do take possession of the football. Well, whether they recover that one or not, either way, they were turning the ball over there. But no doubt, probably stings a little bit extra fumbling it away instead of just being stopped short.
It sure does, because look at the defense. Look at what you just gave them momentum on. Not just the ball, but the spirit of those guys knowing, yeah, they not only stuff you, they can rip that ball away from you too.
Washington calls it second timeout,
Second and 8.
as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. Puts everything he has under this one. Yeah, it would have been a big completion, Brock, if not for that meddling defender who knocked it away. And that sets up third down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
Back to throw. This one is also going to be incomplete. It's knocked away again, and they're left looking at fourth down.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two. It could have gone the other way.
And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. The Commanders set to take over. And I'm sure they all got a stern lecture on ball security between possessions after they fumbled it away on their last series. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. First and 10. He'll look to throw it. Finds Johnson out of the backfield. And he gets out of bounds to save that final timeout. This picks up the first down, too. This is the type of performance a former quarterback, just like yourself, Brock, can marvel at. He's carried a great performance through much of this game. Even as the defense adjusted, tried to slow him down, none of it mattered.
I like the way you say that right there, Kate, because these moments the game does slow down. It is so fast on the field for the normal person, but when a QB's in a rhythm like this, the game is slow and he is dicing it.
And he gets out of bounds, gets them the first down as well, and move them in the field goal range.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
Steadily keeping him involved in their passing game, Brock, but that throw now didn't work out the way his earlier targets have.
It kind of felt like, you could see that from the booth, this defense was sick and tired of this running back catching the ball. A whole lot more active in their coverage, and somebody was ready to finally separate the football when it arrived.
The Giants using their first timeout. And they still have two available for them as we approach the end of this game.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance. Throwing now. It's caught by McLaurin. And he's going to take this down to the 11-yard line. Timeout called, and that's going to be the second for New York. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. First and 10. It's a gift to White. And they catch him, but not until he's picked up 8 yards. It's second down. The Giants are going to call their final timeout here. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down. We'll go with a design keeper. Eighth play of the drive now. They need 2 to keep it going. Trying to get it on the keeper. Now we get a timeout, and with just 2 seconds left, this game has set us up with an incredible ending. So here's Blake Groupie with a game in the balance. Only a 20-yarder here. The kick is good. He got it. And he hits one more time to win them this game. So next to the nation's capital, it's a home win for the Commanders. And it took everybody at the end. First to set up that field goal, and then for him to go out and win it with that accurate kick. It wasn't a dominant.